Welcome to my video around some NRL ratings which I am putting together. Let's have a quick look at how last week went and then we'll go through this week. So we got 5 during the round, which isn't too bad. I think the average was around 3.7, something like that, which means 3 or 4 is where most people ended. We also went really well on the handicaps, getting 6 of 8, which is nice. And if we look at how the model performed in play, it really only tipped 4 of the selections, although 2 of the games were exceptionally close. Only 2 points there, or 3 of the games were close. Only 7 points there and only 8 points difference there in the actual rating, which is not much. It's pretty much less than a try when it is that different. The disappointing one of the round was probably Broncos, who scored 98 versus the Dragons 61 in the ratings in game, and they couldn't go on to win it. Okay, let's have a bit of a look at what we have this week. So this week is a shorter round given State of Origin, and it's definitely thrown up a few interesting things in the ratings, and obviously anything around State of Origin time, ratings are very interesting and very hard to actually pick unless you're doing a player model, which this is not. So if we have a look, it's tipped the Bulldogs to beat the Dolphins, Bulldogs to win by 12. If we were to take the line is negative 12.5 on the Bulldogs. So you take the Dolphins to cover that because they've got the extra half a point. Eels versus Eagles, it's tipped the Eels at a 12-point win. The Eels are actually underdogs, so we'll easily take the Eels there with a plus 5.5. We've got Panthers versus Knights. Now it has decided that the Panthers are the correct selection here. They're going to win by less than a point, which means this is pretty much a go anyway game. Either team could win. So we'll take the Knights at plus 8.5 on the line. Roosters versus Sharks. It's taken the Roosters. Can't hit the right key. It's taken the Roosters with a rating of 102 versus the Sharks at 71. That's a 12-point margin again to the Roosters. Yep. And that means we will take the Roosters at plus 4.5, given that they are the underdogs again versus Sharks. So it's similar to the Eels game. They're the underdogs, but we've tipped them to win by more than 12. And the last game is the Warriors versus Raiders, and I am taking the Raiders with a rating of 95 over the 59 that the Warriors have been assigned. That's a negative 14. That means that the Warriors are a 14-point favourite to win this. So we are going to take the Raiders with 2.5, given... Oh, sorry, I've got that one wrong. If I expect the Raiders to win by 14. The Raiders are underdogs, so I'm taking the Raiders by 2.5. Interesting round. Now, how do I use the ratings? They probably will not work this round, but we'll see what happens. Plus 12 on any home team, so we have 3 of those this week, and a plus 18 on any away teams, which we have none. So we will be betting the Bulldogs, the Eels, and the Roosters. Now, if we have a look at the bet we had last week, it did not come in. Let's have a look. So Bulldogs are currently $1.35. That's more in line when it wins. Obviously, we're tipping a favourite that and agreeing with it. The other two are wild bets on some very long outsiders. So $2.75 and $3.60 is what you can get. If you look around, there's some interesting odds to be betting. So let's see how we go. If we're lucky, we'll hit some profits here. The last one that was over $2, it ended in a draw, which was the Cowboys Panthers. The Eels are playing quite well. It's going to come down to their missing players for Origin. Same with the Roosters and Sharks. I think the player models probably have us on these given the time of year it is, but let's see how they perform. So that's pretty much it for the ratings for the NRL for round 12. Let me know if you agree, disagree with anything, and hopefully we get some wins. Thanks for watching.